This is Recently Rhonda, and this is part 4 on junior summer. So as I was telling you guys, Lisa and I actually ended up having some animosity towards us, just slightly due to the particular situation that you guys read about. Obviously, not fucking cool at all, and I had thought that, I don't know, a guy there that we're friends with and his friends are trying to be all fucking nasty, you know, that he would fix the situation or say fucking anything. Did not say anything, so he was a coward. So past that point of the story. So needless to say, I stopped hanging out with basically everyone. I stopped hanging out with Dan, I stopped hanging out with Josh, CJ. They were speckled in there here or there, but I mean nothing like it was in the beginning of the summer. And then Josh and Kenny, obviously we stopped hanging out with those groups of people because his mom came back, and let's face it, it wasn't as fun when we couldn't party at his house. And then finally Matt, I was done with Matt because of the situation prior to what was happening. It happened to be around my birthday at this point. I have a summer birthday. My birthday's in July, and I was turning 16, and I really wanted a tongue ring. Partially because Lisa and I were perverted, and I don't know, we thought that was going to make us look cool or something. So my 16th birthday comes running around, and everyone forgets about it, which was really sad for me. You know, every girl does this, like, sweet 16, whatever. Like, everyone's supposed to give a shit about your birthday. And nobody did. Like, I woke up in the morning, and Lisa and Maggie are like, happy birthday! And that was awesome. And then, like, I walked from the playhouse into my grandparents' house, and I see my grandma and, like, whatever. She says hi to me, and I'm like, all right, that's weird. Walk back out to the playhouse, and then I hear her calling me across the yard. So I come back in, and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh my God, I totally forgot about your birthday. Like, completely forgot about your birthday. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, not cool, Graham. Like, if you forgot about it, don't say that you forgot about it. Like, nobody remembered. My mother didn't even come home till like 8 o'clock at night. Not even like, you know, happy birthday, whatever. Nobody did. Like, everyone forgot, and I was really upset about it. And then we went to my great-aunt's house, my grandmother's sister's house, so they can throw some sort of hodgepodge birthday party together for me, which pissed me off even more because not only did people forget, but then they try to throw like this makeshift birthday party together, trying to cheer me up, which was fine. There's nothing wrong with trying to cheer people up. But then they go and buy chocolate cake. I fucking hate chocolate cake, so I was really upset about that, and I was complaining. So anyways, on to the next story. So I decided to go get a tongue ring, and Lisa and I went and we got them. She didn't happen to go with me. She ended up having to go home, and she ended up fighting with her mom or whatever, and shit got serious. So Lisa and I went separately to go get our tongues pierced. So I got mine, she got hers, and then she came back up to my grandparents' house, which was pretty funny. So what not to do when you get a tongue ring? Don't eat ketchup, like day number 1, because that shit burns like a motherfucker, and it was not comfortable. So after all that, like whatever, get up in the morning, eat ketchup like an asshole for breakfast, like eggs and ketchup and whatever. So Lisa comes over, and her and I are back to our normal shit, like, you know, drinking, drugs, the whole nine, having a good time. I forget who we went out with that night. It might have even been Dan. I'm not quite sure, but we come back, and I sneak up to my Gram's room, as, you know, we usually do, and I was like, sorry, I really got here 3 hours ago when curfew was, but we were downstairs eating. Blatant lie. Well, we're starving. This is our usual thing. Like, we get all drunk and shit, come back to my grandparents' house, eat like maniacs, wake up in the morning still drunk, eat like maniacs. This is why we were so overweight in junior year. So we go to get something to eat. Well, my grandparents always have bagel bites. Always have bagel bites for sure. like they have this big, like freezer chest or whatever that's always full of junk food and like delicious stuff, like Freezy Pops and ice cream and cakes and monkey bread and just delicious junk food. So I find these bagel bites and I go upstairs and I try to put them in the microwave. Well, my grandparents believe in not fixing stuff unless it like utterly has to be fixed. So the microwave still worked, but all the digital numbers and stuff you couldn't see. You had no idea what it said. So I'm reading the instructions and it says microwave for 4 to 5 minutes because there's no way I'm cooking. There's no way I'm turning on the oven. So I put them on. I put them in. We're sitting there or whatever, and all of a sudden, like, we're kind of passing out and coming back. And Lisa's like, dude, it's been a while since those have been in there. She's like kind of nodding off and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, it really has. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I go and check them. They were in there for 45 minutes. Instead of putting 4 to 5 minutes, I put 45 and didn't notice it because the screen was all not working. So we decide they're still good. Like, not a big deal at all. Like, the cheese is literally so hot. It's all boiled off the bagel. And then the bagel has like a thin layer of sauce. And the bagel itself, you could probably throw it at the wall and leave like a fucking dent. Hard as a rock. So we have these tongue rings we're fucking eating. We're like, yeah, these are good. These are good. Well, the way tongue rings work is it's a steel rod, obviously, with 2 screwed on balls. Well, what happens is since it's metal, like if you eat hot and cold things, you always have to make sure you twist it, because what happens is the heat and the cold like expands and contracts or whatever, and then it makes the ball come loose. Well, that's exactly what happened. So my ball came loose, and I'm like eating. I bite on it. The ball like almost cracked my tooth, so I spit literally bagel bite and metal and everything just on the couch, just like. So I spit it on my grandmother's couch like some sort of jerk off, and Lisa and I like dig through my wadded basically dough spit ball of food and find the ball. We're like, yeah, also we found the ball. So she's trying to like put it on. There's like dog hair covering it. It was really disgusting, but hilarious all at the same time because we ate these nasty ass bagel bites, and it serves me fucking right. So she finally got it back on. It was after an hour of her like pulling my tongue all the way across the living room. I don't have a tongue ring anymore, just for the record. I still have the hole. I don't know if you can see that, but I still have the hole. I just don't have a tongue ring because I swallowed them too many times because of this exact situation. So past the tongue rings, we start hanging out with this different group of people. And at this point, Lisa has gone home. I think she had summer school or something. Everyone had summer school or something this year, which was totally gay. So she goes home to do summer school or whatnot, and I start hanging out with these other people. So Maggie and I start hanging out with this guy named Steve and this other guy named Cody. They're both cool, whatever. We always have a great time. So we start drinking. This is the first time I've ever tried Southern Comfort, by the way. And they hand me the bottle, and I take one big sip and instantly vomit. That's why I will never drink Southern Comfort to this day, because it's disgusting. Nothing has ever made me puke like that, besides like Pepto-Bismol. That makes me sick too. But, so anyways, we started hanging out with these guys, watched Super Troopers, the whole nine, really fun guys, and I ended up like having a thing for Cody only because he wanted nothing to do with me because I was 16 and he was like 19. So things got a little whatever. Like I more looked at it as a personal challenge than I did like I really was into him, because I really wasn't. I was just kind of infatuated with the fact that he was older and he wanted nothing to do with me. And since this kind of man-eater situation that I had been in has been happening, I took this as a personal challenge, and there was no fucking way I wasn't going to get what I wanted.